Hello and welcome everyone to the quarterly update here at Joy Wellness Partners for all of you, our amazing VIPs. Can you hear me? Does the sound good? Put a thumbs up if you can hear me.
I can hear you.
Perfect. Thank you. So I'm just excited to provide you an update after an incredibly busy day here at the clinic. And many of you VIPs were actually here today. So it's been super fun to have you. Just give me a second. Let in another participant. Great. Okay, so the overview of our conversation today is to give you the update on the latest happenings here at the clinic, update on regenerative medicine, sharing some of our tough cases and successes, giving you an update on our Wellness Week and the impact we've had on our community this year, and also some goal setting sessions we're going to talk about at the end that are specific and pretty exciting for each of you to take advantage of. So here in Joy Wellness, we've started the ketamine IV infusions, which have been an amazing service, and they've grown tremendously just over this last quarter. We've seen an incredible increase in the volume and the results. That's what's so encouraging. Just today, one of the patients shared with me that yes, she's done other things with whether it's a plant-based medicine experience, and she just felt like she was guided through the experience with Dr. Mulcahy today with such care, and she felt incredible joy and happiness. She saw like stardust, and like it was just a beautiful experience. She was nervous about it beforehand, but she left feeling so peaceful, and she's ready to book again the next available this Wednesday. So we're so encouraged for her relief. Mental health is just a big passion of ours, as we've seen a lot of need for it after COVID, and we're excited for the reduction in alcoholism, depression that the ketamine is providing. In that mental health capacity, we're also excited to announce a new service that we'll be bringing to all of you by the time we move to our new location. Little spoiler alert there. We have a sensory optimization vibration table that we all tried for my birthday in April, and since then realized that we wanted to bring that to all of you as patients too, because it's a non-injectable, non-drug effect of kind of like a psychedelic trip. So people that are nervous about being out of control can go on this experience and really have a great result where they're laying flat on a table, as you see in the picture. There's lights blinking over their closed eyes. You can wear a mask if you want to have additional blockage of the light. You'll hear the beautiful concert type music. It's kind of a stimulation of vibration on the table that matches with the sound and matches the lights. My husband himself, he really loved it because, again, in the military, it was something he could do as an active duty service member, and he was able to sleep straight through the night for a whole week and also work through a whole week of work without caffeine, no coffee. He was just like, I don't need it. It was so amazing. So we're excited to share that with you. Here's our new space. We outgrew our current clinic location, and now we are moving to Mission Valley. It is Camino del Rio South, 3333 Camino del Rio South, suites 205 and 235. We will be accessible based on many highways nearby, as well as giving you complimentary parking for the first time. It'll be quieter. As you can see, it's greener, and we will have more space, about 4,000 square feet, to offer more comfort in your experience of your treatments here at the clinic. Elevators, handicap accessible from the entrance. On the side, you can see there's a stair entrance in the front, and then on the side, there's a handicap entrance. And then at the back of the building, there's a second floor parking entrance. So that's pretty cool. Regenerative medicine. The awesome services here just keep on deepening our knowledge and our expertise of what is the best for regenerative medicine outcomes. And one of the things we learned, I would say last year we learned about shockwave. This year, this past quarter, we've really seen the impact of shockwave therapy before a regenerative medicine injection treatment, because it primes the area for the growth factor solutions to really make that big impact. we find that patients really do like the shockwave therapy in immediate results as well as longer term results. Some patients will say, oh my gosh, my thumbs felt better immediately after the shockwave treatment, or after I flew here, this past weekend, now I have reduction in my muscle spasms, my muscle tightness just immediately. Who wouldn't want a non-injectable option for, getting ready for their treatments or as an option instead of their treatments? That's what some of our special forces patients are saying that it really helped them get back into their work. We have patients that are also reporting the initial use we knew of shockwave for was erectile dysfunction, and that's just been amazing and incredible. The medical assistants can answer any questions because they're the ones that do the treatments and they're the ones that hear the firsthand results, and the patients keep coming back and keep asking for repeat sessions because it's working for them and they're just loving their feedback and their results. Patients with jaw pain are noticing improvements. I definitely noticed improvement right around the time of the end of my last pregnancy. I was getting TMJ, and after 3 to 4 sessions of shockwave, it was gone. I also have been treating some neuropathy patients, and those are some challenging cases because neuropathy just seems to chronically get worse over time. And shockwave is an option that provides patients with solutions, and they seem to have reduction in pain, improvement in circulation and blood flow to help heal those nerves. And they're also reporting that they're like skeptical, but they notice something's changing and they're like, I just think it must be working. So it's an awesome thing to offer hope. And we've seen it already with, I would say, a couple specific case studies of neuropathy patients, and we're going to be growing it and expanding it from there. The pre-injection treatments, we talked about our special Botox treatment in Enliven Aesthetics is for TMJ, where patients will get a shockwave session complimentary before they get their Dysport or Botox injected into those jaw muscles. And not only does the tissue respond better to the treatment, but it also gets treatment in and of itself just with the shockwave. Several patients are doing the treatment for incontinence. So that's like women that are leaking urine when they get older, and they're noticing that the shockwave makes a huge impact on tightening those muscles there to hold the urine, which is like, you don't throw in the bathroom every time you sneeze. That's like a huge blessing when you don't have to deal with that anymore. And there's a picture of plantar fasciitis treatment, which is the FDA approved on-label indication for shockwave. And so, of course, that's just kind of a slam dunk. Pretty much any tendon issue or any muscle issue today, actually, I'm blown away. 2 weeks ago, a patient tore one of the muscles in their hip that like brings their leg close together. You have the muscle that opens your leg and the muscle that closes your leg. He tore it 2 weeks ago, and now he's already seeing about 50% resolution of that tear from doing 4 sessions of shockwave. So he avoided actually having to spend the money and the downtime that an injection would provide with regenerative medicine. I mean, we are happy to do those injections, but he just didn't have the downtime. He has to keep rehabbing and compete in a fight in just a week. So let's see here. Let me accept another participant. Cool. And so, yeah, we're just excited that there's more and more treatment results from this shockwave therapy than we ever saw before. Low back pain treatment. That is another regenerative update that I wanted to share because we've been able to treat several complex cases in just the last month or two since we last had our VIP dinner. We've been treating more discs with regenerative solutions. We've been using, as you can see, like ultrasound, of course, to guide all our injections. Some patients need an MRI. They'll bring their MRI to us. They'll tell us that these are the areas that the MRI finds. We compile that data and that information along with our ultrasound exam where we have them bend and stretch and show us where the motions that really cause their pain. And then that's how we can decide where the best places to put the regenerative solution into. So patients have avoided using the epidural steroids. They've been able to use the regenerative solutions inside their epidural space instead. the growth factor solutions. And we have also seen, like, one patient just this past weekend, she called us and she said, I've been dealing with shingles. 2 weeks ago, I was diagnosed, and now I have the she said, now I have the pain in my nerves afterwards. It's called post-herpetic neuralgia. We were talking about it, and she said, what can I do for it? So the providers consulted with her on Saturday, and Dr. Mulcahy and Dr. Meng offered her a solution of an epidural of those regenerative solutions. And she's already experiencing a dramatic relief where the pain no longer hurts her during the day. She doesn't have to take her gabapentin anymore. And she is feeling a big reduction of pain throughout the night too. And she's like, why is the pain hurting me in the night? And I said, well, it takes a little bit longer for the blood flow to get back to those areas in the nighttime when you're not moving around and you're not pumping blood back from your feet up to those, those areas. Actually, her nerve pain was in her rectum. So that was where her shingles affected the nerves that were serving her rectum, which was just so traumatic and made it challenging for her to walk. So we're really happy that she had some initial relief, and we told her this is going to continue to work and improve for the next 90 days. That was, of course, a huge encouragement for her because there was no real other alternative. We've been using A2M. So what is A2M? A2M is a protein found in the blood. It stands for alpha 2 macroglobulin, so large protein. So it's a large protein found in the blood that we filter out, similar to some of you have had PRP. It's filtering out the platelets. This is filtering out the specific protein that is known to be the master of blocking inflammation. So this A2M protein can be injected into the joints, and we've had some of our patients, the VIP patients, notice the big improvement with stopping the arthritis from progressing in their joints. And also the beauty of the A2M is it gives you a large volume. So right now we're still doing our treatment day, and we're treating a patient with A2M right outside right now. She's here from out of state. She's from Washington, and she's getting her hip, her knee, her thumbs, her fingers injected with A2M. And she's hoping to reduce the degeneration and the deformities of those joints in her hands. So we're really excited to track her progress, as this will be her first treatment. But many other patients have already said that, like, even pro athletes have told us that this is the treatment that's made the biggest difference out of all the solutions they've done. So more availability of A2M in the future. Anybody can reach out and ask about it. It's something that comes from your own blood. So it's very, very affordable and also very safe. Some other projects and stubborn cases. Of course, post-COVID, we read a lot of studies about the weight gain after COVID and the challenges with, eating good food during the whole time of the pandemic. And we've found that patients did gain weight after COVID on average, but now semaglutide is a solution that is really helping patients to get back to their weight goals. Bonnie's pictured here, our aesthetic nurse injector, sharing her success with Megan, our front desk girl. And Bonnie is a testimony that all of you can see firsthand how she lost somewhere around the 20-pound mark, but she's happy, and she's telling other patients, and everybody says, what is your secret? And she says, semaglutide, called JWP. So that is really something that helps, because most patients in most patients in America are dealing with a little level of insulin resistance. Insulin resistance is the challenge that you face when you age and your cells no longer become sensitive to the insulin, meaning that when you eat carbohydrates like bread, like dessert, like pasta, like brownies, it will spike your blood sugar, and then your body won't have the best ability to process it and deal with it. So we give patients semaglutide to help them to master their blood sugar management, and also help to make long-term changes in their weight. Now, some patients don't have insulin resistance detectable on their blood work yet, but we do require everybody to get a baseline blood test so that we have ability to confirm that you're a good candidate for the treatment, meaning that you're not, hypoglycemic, that your kidneys and your liver can handle the medication. And we will work with you to get the dosing appropriate, because the side effect of nausea can be completely avoided if you do it according to our protocol. Some of the other projects, we talked about neuropathy a little bit with the shockwave therapy. Now we've been, developing and crafting our expert whole treatment plan for neuropathy, because it's not just one thing that can really help neuropathy. It's a whole combination and a whole package and a whole project over time. Alpha lipoic acid IV infusions, you can ask us more, but alpha lipoic acid is a molecule that is infused by itself, and it can help to repair those nerves at the very tips of your toes and your fingers and the feet that are usually the first places where the nerve damage starts to happen in neuropathy. The shockwave sessions we spoke about, and we're going to start working with some of the regenerative solutions to improve the regenerative process at the level of the nerves once the body is all woken up. The arthritis, this is one of those challenging cases that we've seen success with. There are patients that have noticed when they come, some of our patients come from out of state, and they come, every 4 months for their hormones and their regenerative treatments. And one time they skipped doing their toes, and they noticed a big difference. And so they keep it up. They realize this is worth it. It's my health. It's my dancing. It's my fun. It's my life, So they're just done with their treatments today. And that was the picture 4 months ago, but their toes look the same today as they repeated their treatment with us. Community impact and the Wellness Week. So everybody, thank you so much for your support and your participation in supporting our veterans during Wellness Week. We were able to treat 18 veterans with cost-free stellate ganglion blocks, and they have kept on referring their friends. So the generosity has continued beyond Wellness Week. And if you know any veterans that are active duty or retired, they can go through the different nonprofits here. The Love of a Veteran supports the stellate ganglion blocks for PTSD. The SEAL Future Foundation will support not only the spouses of Navy SEALs, but also retired Navy SEALs. And they can come to receive services here at Joy Wellness Partners for optimizing their wellness and their marriage. Veterans in Pain is another nonprofit we worked with. They've started to not only support the bone marrow stem cell treatments, the PRP treatments, but they've also started to support ketamine infusions. So we're looking forward to starting that program with them very shortly. Community impact expands to the motivation of our athletes. We have some of our favorite athletes listed here. We have Josh Kim. He has a twin brother, Jonathan, too. They both are MMA fighters, but Josh specifically is going to fight in a pre-UFC competition in August, and he'll be in Vegas, and that'll take him to the UFC. We're so encouraged that NAD and energy boosting, immune boosting effects of the IVs we've been giving him have helped him to perform at his best, recover faster. Bia Mesquita and Patrick Gaudio, they've also come here recently. Patrick was the one that I was telling you about who had the torn adductor tendon, and he's back to significant healing, and he's going to continue training and sparring starting again next week. And Bia is his wife. They are just an amazing power couple, number 1 and number 2 in the world in jiu-jitsu. Bia's like 10 times world champion. So she came in today, got her IV infusion, and we just want to thank you all for being a part of this whole community. If you think that there is anyone who may be wanting to be a sponsored athlete by Joy Wellness Partners, or a veteran that wants to be sponsored by one of the nonprofit organizations to get care here, please send them our way, and we'll be able to plug them into our programs. So now about you. So how are you all doing? We are so encouraged that we've been able to work with you over the last few years and be able to keep in touch since our VIP dinner. It's something that I just care so much about, having a long-term relationship with my patients, because we can consider you all part of our JWP family. And I know that over the past 5 years, we've really developed some expertises that enable us to provide good customer service and provide good feedback to you for long-term goal setting. So as we look to the future, we really want to see what your needs are and see where you can continue to improve and optimize your health. So we're going to be providing a package service to you that will be a complimentary service with me. You'll be able to get all your blood work over the past few years that you've had with Joy Wellness Partners into one spreadsheet. And then we'll go through it and we'll see what are the things that you've improved on and where are the places where you can still improve and optimize. That'll also include a free consult with me over the phone or Zoom, and we can talk about the things that you have in life that are your goals. So please reach out to me. You have the next 10 days to take advantage of this wellness service. And then again, you know, at the end of the fall, we'll reevaluate your goals and set goals for the next year. We want to look with you to your long-term health so that you can avoid being hospitalized, so that you can maximize your enjoyment of your life. We are going to have an upcoming VIP rewards program as well that is still being developed, but we are looking to learn from you as to the things that would reward you for being a client, for purchasing services here. If there are things that really incentivize you, whether it's the offers that we do each month, whether it's the Wellness Week specials, whether it's coming back and getting a free add-on to your IV, whether it's a complimentary consultation, please let us know what you really like about Joy Wellness Partners and what would reward you. Maybe it's just what we do. Maybe there's things that that we could do better. So please give me feedback. I'm going to give you a little future plan so you can see dates coming up. We're going to be having between July 18th today and July 28th in 10 days. Those are the next 10 days. You can reach out to me to schedule your blood work review, and possibly it'll even lead you to wanting to get updated blood work if you remember that it hasn't been for a while that you've had your labs checked. On August 29th, you will be able to come to our new location and every day thereafter, 3333 Camino del Rio South, Suites 205 and 235. And our next quarterly update will be on October 24th. So you can mark your calendars to join the Zoom for that. And let's see here. The last day of service of 2022 will be December 23rd. So that'll come up before we know it. And we'll be happy to try to get you in for the next quarter for any services that may really benefit you. And wanted to mention, as you plan for the end of the year, take a look at your flex spending accounts, your health savings accounts. If there's anything that you feel like you want to plan for next year and you need kind of a budget or a plan for that, you can let us know and we can try to give you some numbers like some of our patients have done where they've been able to plan their, put all their money into that and use it towards their services tax-free here. So at our next meeting, we'll give you a virtual tour or walkthrough tour of the new clinic. We'll share the pilot of the VIP Rewards program with you, and we'll check in on your goal setting for the winter. We'll have, of course, other cool reports to update you on. And I guess some of the exciting things for the new clinic are that we'll have a special designated ketamine room. So it won't look just plain white walls like the room we're in right now for ketamine, but you'll be able to have more of a real kind of, out of this world experience. And it'll be, of course, guided and managed, and the opportunity to have a provider with you the whole time is available. Any questions? Are there things that I can answer for you here? I wanted this to be efficient, and we did it under 30 minutes. So if you have anything you want to chat about, you can either email me, you can call. Let's see if we have a phone number. Okay, you guys know our phone number, 858-609-0866. And our email mine is carol@joywellnesspartners.com. And I just wanted to open up for not just questions, but any testimonials. If anybody feels like they're compelled to share their story or their experience, you have the opportunity to share right now.
I don't know. Carol, this is David. You there?
Hey, yes, I'm here.
I just wanted to share, if I can, a quick testimonial.
Yes,
I've been coming to the
please.
clinic for about 4 years now, and it started with one friend of mine calling me up and saying, "Hey, you need to get to the clinic and heal your knee," because I've had a bad knee my whole life. And after a few treatments, my knee is healed up 100%. I don't even know it's an issue anymore. They re-scoped it and said it's a knee of a 20-year-old, which I'm 56, and so that's absolutely fantastic. So it's completely healed. I've had my low back fixed, my shoulder, in many different areas. So it started with me, and then I invited my wife here, and she's had a lot of things healed with arthritis and many different issues and hormone treatments. And then I went to reaching out to my friends and reaching out to them and saying, "Hey, you need to get there, period, end of story." And to see them come and to see the results from their athletes and injuries that have been healed and hormones and the different things. And I just experienced something neat this last weekend where a friend I invited, they invited another friend. And they came in and they're a little apprehensive at the moment. It's like, what do we do? And we were getting IVs and the NAD and 1,000 and 500 and stuff. And all of a sudden he said, okay, I'm in. And to where he then got an NAD and then wanted to get an SGB because we just got an SGB Vegas and it's my third SGB and it's just absolutely fantastic as far as what it does, cleaning out the old and helping reset. And if you have a stressful life or a type A type person, you know, continuing to get it flushed out, but to see the next generation. And now it's even gone to the point where this weekend, my mom was here. She's 84 years old. And she's just like, she's gotten a couple different NADs and she's doing stuff in the Enliven area as well. And she's doing pain and injury because she's had hip replacements and knees. And it's just helped her so much. It's her second time here. And she could hardly walk up the stairs to get in the clinic. And she was totally winded. She did an NAD and she like power walked up the stairs, was not winded whatsoever. And it's like, this is absolutely fantastic between the Normatec boots and the NAD thing. So to see it generationally to where it's helped my daughter after a car accident, to where it's helped my son after, you know, he's got an autoimmune disease type thing he's working with and getting, you know, the infusions that he needed. And so what a blessing to be able to have one person recommend it and then start sharing with a whole bunch of friends, and then they're starting to share it with friends as well. It just continues to compound and grow in the blessing and the outreach. So if you guys haven't felt the joy yet of being able to share it with people, like sing it from the mountaintops, don't hide it under a bushel, let that light shine, right? You know, like a great movie or a great restaurant, and then seeing them get excited and share it with others as well. That's what it's all about, just passing, sharing that word. So I just wanted to thank you. I mean, you've changed our lives tremendously, and now it's changing other people's lives. People are catching on. So don't just be selfish and hold it in, let it out and share with people and bring them. I mean, I was on my way here and I texted a friend. I said, I'm going to be in San Diego, get your butt there. He grabbed the flight and he was here the next day and flew over from Utah just because we were coming. So whenever you come, bring somebody with you. They'll jump on a plane and they'll do it, and you can do the experience together. So I could talk forever, but thanks, Carol.
Thank you so much. Yeah, it's been encouraging to see that. I mean, I don't need to repeat it. It's just thank you. It's a blessing, and we've been able to see those lives change too, and just people like, you know, your friend who came from Utah, he texted me and he said, you know, it just made such a difference. I'm a different person, reset back to my best self. And it was, you know, a great way to start his next quarter. So I'm just like, I agree. It's so cool.
I was actually on the way here and my friend texted me and he goes, hey, I'm actually going to be in San Diego this weekend. Any chance you're going to be there? Because he knows I've come here for over 3 years. And I said, actually, I'm on my way. And I was able to bring him over to the clinic. He got some IVs, introduced him, and it's a whole new world and relationship can start. So guys, open up the box. I just encourage you.
So cool. Well, we're going to keep this to the 30 minutes, and we thank you all for participating, and we'll send this out to those who couldn't come and join right at 5 o'clock. You know, some of our VIPs mentioned they were rushing still from work, but we'll send it out to you all, and we thank you and look forward to reconnecting with a more advanced notice October 24th and seeing you all there. Thanks so much, and just have a great night.